better talk your shit. You better talk your shit. He wasn't born on anywhere in the planet had to be. You can't just point to any place on the globe and know where that man was born.
I know where this is coming.
You can hear the way he talking. You can hear that confidence in his voice. But it ain't the sound he's making, it's the way he thinks. It's the way he thinks. It's the data that's been put in his mindset since he was born. And that came from another champion. That came from his father, who's been with him every step of the way. And then boy becomes man and adapts all the information that they learn from their father on top of the information he learns on his own, and then he becomes a champion, an undisputed champion, and first one of his kind in the four-belt era champion. Wow. 30 times in the ring and 30 victories type of champion. Beating the likes of people that folks thought would beat him, that after they lose, they cry and complain and say that he's not really a good fighter, even though he beat me. We got the one and only, we got the champ in the building back with us again on a special edition of Bridge Business. Give it up for Devin Haney. Yeah! Give it up for Bill Haney. Yeah! And give it up for Big Horse.
Salute.
Bridge Business in the building. Devin, what we doing?
Oh, man.
Come on, man. I saw these guys at the Canelo fight against Charlo and Jamel Charlo. And I was happy to see you at the red carpet. And, Bill, you said something, Sway. You know, we bringing this fight to the Bay. We going to need you. I'm at your service. What y'all need from me?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What can I do? What can I do?
Thank
Y'all want me to walk y'all down to the ring?
Come on.
You want me to do that?
Come on.
Sway got gas.
You want me to hold some mitts in the locker room? What you want me to do? I can hold the pads. What can I do for y'all?
Come on with it. We need you. We need you right there with us.
This is a big deal for you. You know, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
I want to thank you because you guys have always supported our platform, Bridge Business, with me and Horse, and to see you work, and Bill, to see you. I love when they try to debate you about boxing, man.
Yes.
One of the latest things, and I want y'all to just dispel this whole thing that Regis Prograis has been saying about Devin buying away a loss.
Well, first, if I can, I got to tell you, thank you, my brother, for everything that you did for the culture, everything that you did for the area. You know what I mean? You are a pioneer, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, brother. I love you for that,
brother. And it's official business when we come up here and see you and get a chance to, launch what our next fight is going to be on December the 9th.
Yes.
Regis Prograis. And Regis Prograis is a hell of a fighter.
Yeah, he is.
You know boxing. He's a hell of a and listen.
He can hit.
And to come to the Bay, we had to bring somebody that was not only going to talk some shit, but they was going to come in there to back it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of Devin. You know what I mean? And we just had to come here, man. I'm loving the energy. Thank you again, Queen.
No, thank you. Why was it so important? Because
wait, hold up. I want him to answer that question, though. Regis claims that you're not really undefeated or something, that you paid away a loss. Where is that coming from?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's nonsense. You know what I mean? I never even heard of nobody even ever paying for a loss or whatever. I never heard of it. So
shout out to the Prograis team who's using some mental warfare that doesn't work. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're saying everything but what they gonna come in there and do.
Okay.
Devin is gonna come in there and he's gonna execute with precision. He's gonna use speed. He's gonna use length. He's gonna show that he has that best jab in the business. That right hand that whipped the shit out of Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Like he has an arsenal of shit.
Whipped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beat the shit out of him. I mean, you know, and let me tell you, on that particular day, it was a campaign to overthrow the youngest kid in boxing, the youngest promoter in boxing, the undisputed champion. Right? We didn't get the text. It was a universal text that said, "Come on, let's come in here and cheer for Lomachenko." Right?
Was that how it felt?
It felt like that.
For sure.
It really felt like that. It felt like that. But it was a great opportunity for me to see him. Now that was the second time. The first time when he left to go to Australia, you know, and I wasn't going to be able to get there, and he said, "Pop, I'm coming back with these belts." And Sway, that was a hell of a. That's when I knew he was a man. He was on business. Because he said, Pop, I damn near want to cry.
Yeah, man.
He gave me a hug and he said, Pop, I'll be back with these belts.
And he came back with them belts.
You know what I'm saying? So he's been on business, man. You know what I mean?
And then gave him a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I signed up for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and rightfully so. I had to do what I had to do to become undisputed, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Man, Devin Haney is here. Okay, I'm sorry. I just needed to get to that.
All right, this is my one and only question, and this is for your dad, Devin. Thank you guys both again for being here. But Sway and I were talking this morning about you guys coming, and I was like, "Oh, is the fight in Vegas?" And he said, "No, it's in the Bay. They're coming home." Why was that so important? Because I'm about culture and city and bringing things home, especially now in sports. You see so many things leaving you guys' area. Why was it important to have it there?
Absolutely, Queen. That's a great question. And with the climate and on our hometown, and I was born in Oakland. Dev was born in San Francisco. His mom was born and raised in San Francisco.
Oh wow.
And but he's a dad's boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we didn't always been together. So it's always been that battle of the bridge. You know what I mean? It's always been that battle of the Bay, San Francisco, Oakland. Which one you from? Which one? This and that. With everyone leaving the city, and the town is already had, they have so many misconnotations about the town.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when we heard from going to Australia and Vegas and New York that the city might not be what the city used to be, and the city, everybody's sitting there leaving San Francisco.
Yeah. Raiders, A's.
And coming from Oakland, I don't care. Your inspiration was to get money and go across that bridge and have some fun over there in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Right or wrong?
Yeah, we partied over there.
We partied over there.
Yeah.
And to see that everyone is saying that they're leaving the city, and Devin has the opportunity to be part of bringing the city back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As a place that you go to and you have fun. You come and, right? That's what we did.
That's what the city
That's
is.
what the city represents.
I mean, we
Got you.
partied. We brought Biggie to the city. We did a whole lot. We DJ'd
did a lot,
that.
yes.
We did. I ain't gonna get into my story. I'm sorry. Son.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about it. But that's why you're doing it in the Bay.
That's why we're doing it in the Bay.
That's
what I mean?
beautiful.
For that reason alone.
Devin Haney is here. He's so intense right now. Devin ain't even like. I just see all his heavy breathing and shit. You ready to go right now? Huh? You ready to go right now? How do you throw all of these boxers? Your peers, they dismiss your accomplishments. Everyone has dismissed your accomplishments, and you keep. How does that not get under your skin? Why is that?
It's funny that you say that, because I was just telling my dad this yesterday. I was like, this is how I know that I'm great, because they all go against me. Everybody, they all going against me. They all rallying up, clicking up to go against me, and I'm here, with my team, with my people. We here standing alone. We're not clicking up with nobody. We're not trying to hoorah or go hop on no bandwagon. We stand right here, and they all going against me. So that's how I know that I'm great. Because if I wasn't special, then they wouldn't be hating. They wouldn't be trying to go against me.
Devin Haney is here. Horace, you were talking about that today too.
Because half of these dudes that's hating on them, they actually seen each other in the past before. They all sparred. They all been in the ring together. They all know what they all can do. But my question for Dev was, why did you move up to 140 and not stay at 135?
Well, I went up to 140 to go, make history, be a 2-division champion, while I still have my belts at 135. So I didn't go vacate my belts or, make a permanent move to 140. I still have my belts at 135, and now it's possible for me to go be 2-division champion and, make a dream come true of mine. It's always been a dream of mine to become a 2-division champion. So now it's just another opportunity for me.
Because this is prize fighting, so I know that you're trying to take the biggest bag that you actually can get. And I know that Regis Prograis is a great fight, but I know that you can got more money fighting Tank. And you could have got more money probably fighting Shakur Stevens, such and such. Why didn't you fight?
They didn't want it.
They didn't want. See,
Wait, hold up.
They didn't want it.
Bill, come on, Bill. Bill, Tank didn't want it?
Now you done got to the business part
That's
of
what
it.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
Let me pull out my phone.
You
My
got the phone?
Yeah, I got the phone. It
You
ain't
got
ringing.
the receipt.
It ain't
You know
ringing.
what? I like
And we
that.
got everything. we got everything. You know what I mean?
That's what you say too?
100%. You know, I'm a throwback type of fighter. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. And I've shown that. I proved that. That whenever a fighter actually really want to fight me, the fight gets made.
And you get the most money you never got. Everybody that fight Dev get the most money you ever gonna get.
See, the question
up to date.
The question is, if they was in Dev's position, would they give him a fight? See,
No,
that's the
they wouldn't, because when fighters were in my position, they didn't give me a fight.
You see, and that's what I'm saying. Like this is on Briggs Business. We got to give people their flowers, and I got to give the Haneys their flowers, because me and Bill, we've been talking a lot about the business and stuff, and that's what Briggs Business is about, basically about the business. And Devin Haney works for Devin Haney. Devin Haney doesn't work for Bob Arum. Devin Haney partnerships with Bob Arum. Devin Haney's in the Haney's partnership with the Zone. They partnership with PBC and whatever boxing they got out there. So Devin Haney is actually working for himself, and I found that out in an old argument they had with Teofimo Lopez, and he was like, "I made more money than you." And this is when Teofimo was running around as a champion, and he said, "I made more money than you," and he couldn't question that. And Dev was like, "I get money from the door." I said, "Oh, wait a minute." And then talking to Bill. He's a closer. I got to say that. And I told him that in the past. I said, Bill, you should start a podcast with some of these boxers and let them know what to look for in contracts and ask for the greatest money. Because if you notice, I never seen nobody fight Dev and complain about the payout.
No.
Never.
No.
Where have we seen this before? What, in your opinion, Horace? Like, who are the other boxers that
Was Dev? So the other boxers that was Dev for me, I feel like it was a Roy Jones Jones Jr. because he had body head, and only Floyd. But I don't know if Floyd fought for Floyd. He started Floyd.
Yeah, but Floyd did it. Floyd did it later in his career, which obviously, he laid the blueprint for a lot of fighters coming up. But he did it later in his career. Roy did it early in his career, and just like me.
Okay, so Shakur jumped in the ring after your fight with Lomachenko. What happened with that?
Publicity stunt.
That's all it was.
He didn't want to fight?
Publicity stunt.
To publicize what?
Clout, man, clout.
Listen,
he just wanted clout. He didn't really
You
want to
got
fight.
to listen. What this thing is, though, if you really want to do it, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because ain't no faking. You know what I mean? Now, one thing about Dev is that the most important thing is that when it came time to for him to have a legacy-defining fight that meant something to him, for him to have a fight about the money, that's why we didn't sign to any major situation, because then it would have took away his ability to be a boss when it came time to be a boss and to make a career-defining move. Because, see, when he went to Australia, he was a boss. I couldn't tell him, well, Dev, this might not be right, or I could say they playing or whatever, right? He looks at everything. Every check, every month goes to him. Since he's been a kid, he was raised this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his motivation is him. You know what I mean? Because he's looking at the zeros. He's not looking at it's no way he can look back and say he got cheated by somebody, his accountant. He gets paid, and he pay all of us. Not I get paid and then I pay him. He started with sweat equity in it. You know what I mean? Right? He owned his shit from the beginning because he was sweating to get it. The name is Devin Haney Promotions. You dig?
There you go.
From the beginning.
Come on, man. you can hear all that town business in their DNA.
That's the only reason why you happy. That's all he been talking about.
Yeah.
Town people like, oh my
But
gosh,
so
we gonna get
to
killed.
answer that though, to answer that with the other guys, right? Now they say that it's things in their way from making the fight. They got to ask this person, they got to ask that person. But we've broken down the misconception that the fighter is the boss. If you really want to make the fight happen, you tell your manager or you tell your promoter because they work for you. We know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I said if they want to make the fights happen, right? They would do it. But they say he doesn't have who has he fought? Then he fought everybody. So he has a better resume than some of the guys. They said, you know what I mean, it's not worth fighting, right? And then you seen he did pay-per-view and he did these numbers and all. So our thing was Devin Haney versus everybody from the beginning, if you ever followed us.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's still Devin Haney versus everybody. But like I said, if if we had did the traditional route and hooked up with Floyd or hooked up with Jay-Z or hooked up with that, then that narrative would have still been that you can't do it. A father and son can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's some other father and son or daughter or mother that's listening to the story, and they say, how can I get to Jay-Z? You don't need him. How can I get to Floyd? You don't need him. How can I get to, you know what I mean, Al Heyman? You don't need him. You need faith in God and belief that you guys can do it together. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in my guy.
Yeah.
I call him Superman.
Superman. That's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. I believe in him too, damn it. Shit. All right.
But
That's dope.
Devin didn't take the traditional route most boxers took. You took them from you moved them from Oakland and you moved them to Vegas, and then y'all went through the Mexican route, far as boxing, right? When you first started, y'all came through Mexico or whatever.
Well, the first route being non-traditional is that we took him out of the school system and then homeschooled him.
Okay.
So everyone is saying it's private school. So it is private, but it's private at home.
But what's wrong with
So that was what he was talking about?
I'm saying, but what's wrong with that? So if you're a private school guy, you can't
he
fight?
was saying he was being smart by saying, "Oh, I went to private school, but I ain't never been to private school. I did online school, and then."
But
I
went to private.
That's why I made the decision that I wanted to focus on boxing and learn the boxing business and you know what I'm saying, be ready for this the moment now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in this position now, because I put my all into it. It wasn't no plan B or no C, none of that. Boxing since I was in the 7th grade, everything boxing.
Okay. All right, man. We got Devin Haney is here. Bill Haney is here. It's a big fight coming up in the Bay Area.
December 9th.
December 9th.
Bridge Business will be there. Horse, you coming?
I'm in the building.
Okay, I'll be there too.
I'm in the building.
We in the locker room, Bill?
Absolutely.
Okay, we in the locker room, baby. I'm gonna be like
Absolutely.
little baby doing punches.
Don't get knocked out, Sway. Devin looking at me like, you work with her?
Hey, Sway, you know this the youngest promoter in boxing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Devin Haney's the youngest promoter in boxing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get that a round of applause.
Yes.
He got a fighter that'll be fighting on the card, Amari Jones out of Oakland. 10-0, middleweight, bad motor scooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But for him to be 24 and to be providing another opportunity to another family, the Jones family out of Oakland, right? And Amari Jones is in Oakland. See, they won't tell the truth that we by us being from up north, you know, we friends with Mexico,
Yes.
and Mexican families.
Come on, man. That's hand in hand, bro. We grew up in the same neighborhoods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was only right that we were able to take advantage of an opportunity from having good relations, good friendships, to go down to Mexico, right, and build the brand. But Devin has also provided an opportunity for other fighters to go down and do the same thing.
That's
amazing. So Amari Jones will be on the card, and is the other guy on there too?
One of our other fighters is we
Yeah,
working something out.
Working on something.
We signed some fighters, so
yeah. So but for sure it'll be Amari Jones on there, and shout out to Shamar Cannell, and I hope keep working, baby. You might be on there too.
Devin Haney is here, man. Wasn't you the young when you won the titles? Were you the youngest world champion at the time?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. The
Come
youngest
on,
world champion at the time, youngest undisputed champion ever.
Yeah.
Hey, Horse,
yes.
tell me, is there anybody at 24 that you know that you remember that then did it the way that he's doing it and with the accomplishments and
Not at all.
both inside and outside the ring?
Not at all. And his discipline. That's why I want to give it to Dev too. His discipline is there, because when you see this guy focused on the boxer, on the fighter, he leave it all in the gym, right? So when you look at it, you can see that through, social media and stuff like that, because, a lot of dudes do this just to, hit the pads, but you can see the dedication with him. Mm-hmm. But I thought he was moving up, because if you look at his mass, he looked like he a little bit heavier than 135. You understand where I'm coming from? That 140, that he's starting to grow into that man strength now. So I think that 140 is.
No, I'm definitely gonna be much more comfortable at 140. A lot of people don't know how big I really am. I've been at 135 since I was 16 years old.
Oh shit!
Is it hard? Is it hard to make that? Because I was looking at a couple of fighters like Crawford and Spence. They both said it was very hard to make 147 when they had to make that weight.
Of course, I mean it's gonna always be hard to make the weight. 140 is gonna be hard, but 135, I was just killing myself.
Yeah.
I was depleting myself to make the weight. So I was really training to make the weight.
Do you think I saw the face-off between you and Regis, and from the TV, you look like you're way bigger than him. Do you think it's surprising people? Do you think he was surprised?
No, for sure. He when he saw me, he said size don't matter.
So he felt that, right?
Yeah, nah. So he seen how much bigger I was. I knew I was gonna be bigger than him. I'm bigger than a lot of dudes at 140.
It's the power trend. Like, so how does that affect the power now? You're heavier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not depleting myself. I'm not taking away from my muscles and organs and everything by trying to pull the water out and get to 135, 140. I'm gonna be much more hydrated, which is, like I said, it's still gonna be hard to make, but I'm gonna feel better.
Okay, man, Devin Haney is here. I got to take a couple calls. You want to do that, Horse?
Yeah, we can
All
do
right,
that.
Heather, you had the Turban View. Yeah, you trying to sneak out?
I was,
all
but
right,
thank y'all for coming. I have another live show to do.
For sure.
So
Blessings,
thank
Queen.
y'all.
Thank
Blessings
you
to you
always.
both. God
Always.
bless you and keep doing it. It's such an inspiration, and to hear that you've been inspired and you found your purpose since the 7th grade. My goodness. So anybody
ma'am.
that's
Thank
listening
you.
right now, parents that's listening, it's a
Absolutely.
beautiful thing how you poured into your son as well. God bless
Thank
you.
you, Queen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Before we take this call, one of the reasons why, two reasons why folks, I think, really try to doubt you was when you fought Linares and he caught you one time and it looked like he stumbled you. How do you assess that? Were you hurt?
I mean, it's boxing. At the end of
Yes,
the day,
thank you.
Yeah.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
you can't swim without getting wet. At the end of the
Yes.
day, you gonna get hit, but guys get hit, guys get knocked out, guys get dropped, everything. You name it. Every great fighter then face some adversities, and I don't care who you is. So that's just what come with it. That come with the sport of boxing. I didn't hurt a lot of niggas, and I got hurt.
Yeah.
But what can you do? I showed I was a true champion. I didn't go down, and I finished the fight.
When you get hurt like that, because Lennox Lewis once asked me if I ever been knocked out. I never been knocked out. Remember he asked me, he said, so you never had the ring in your ear? I don't know what it feels like to get knocked that hard. And I would imagine if I'm in the middle of a fight and I got hit that hard and I know I'm hurt, where does the discipline come in? Can you gather your thoughts in that moment?
That's when you got to just lock in. You got to just, either hold or, fight out of it. However, that's where your fight or flight come in. But you got to still be able to think, because when you hurt, any little thing can put you out.
Mm-hmm. You can lose your concentration. When Lomo had a strong second half of y'all fight, as people talk about, I never believed he did enough to win. Mm-hmm. He may have looked. Yeah.
Two rounds don't win a whole fight at
Yeah.
the end of the day. He had 2 big rounds, and that's it.
But
I think he had moments too. He had good moments, but not dominating rounds to me.
When you
know
have
what I mean?
they're awkward fighters, so when you see George Gambosas and you see Lomachenko, they're awkward fighters, so they look like they're doing a lot, in the ring, but there's really not doing nothing. But to a judge, it might look like he's really doing a lot. And with Dev, I always felt like they always question his power with knockouts. This is boxing. It's not called knockout boxing. So you could beat them up. You could beat somebody's ass real good and win the fight. You understand?
If you look at the greats, at the end of the day, the boxer always prevail. Whether it went to
Absolutely.
Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather's, the boxers always prevail. Floyd wasn't a knockout puncher. Ray Leonard, I mean, he had knockouts, but he wasn't just a one punch knockout puncher. Ali, same way.
Yes.
But these are the greats of the sport.
They put the beats on you real fast.
And plus, I think, too, when you talk about those eras, you can't just come in. You can't barely beat the champ. You got to convincingly win.
Absolutely.
To take titles away. And by no means did I think that happened in the Loma fight, from my opinion. And I heard you say...
And a close fight is never a robbery at the end of the day.
Yeah, they call it a robbery, right?
But if it's a close fight, fans say that they want to see good fights, right? And then they see a good fight, and then they say it's a robbery when it's back and forth.
I mean, it was a great event, right? But what made it close was the fans and
That's
the cheering.
100%.
That was it.
The
You know what I'm saying?
commentators
and the
too.
commentators and all that. So that's part of it. When I say Devin Haney versus everybody, I mean Devin Haney versus everybody. You know what I mean? It's the perception. But if you watch the fight back, even Loma, if he watches the fight back and the team, they're disappointed in what they brought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
coming back and saying what they would have done different.
Yeah.
Right? And if you got the champ and the champ has all the belts and you're not satisfied with your effort, then there's no way it's close to being a robbery. You lost. If you're not satisfied with your efforts on that night, if you take the 12th round off, like you said, the championship round, and here you've been a pound for pound fighter, and you're gonna say you're gonna take the 12th round? No, brother, because you were out of gas. You were gassed. Devin put it on you, and then that 10th or 11th round or whatever, when that surge, and then he buckled back down, bit back down, and got back at him in that 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Met him in the middle as a man.
And if he would have won the last round, the fight would have been a draw. I won the last fight. I won the last round. I won the fight.
But you know what it is? Boxing is a points game. And I think that's what people get away from. I got to outpoint you. Every round, I got to outpoint you. If I don't knock you out, I got to outpoint you. And I feel like that's what boxing is, because you'll never see like a 10-10 round. It's never an even round. Somebody got to win the round. So I always feel like in boxing, that's what people get away from it. You could I seen champions lose rounds. They didn't lose the fight. Like wow, I thought they was a close fight. But when you look at the points, it was a points game.
I get it. Devin Haney is here. Bill Haney is here. We talking about the big fight taking place. Win horse.
December 9th. December 9th. Let's go.
It's gonna be off the chain. We're in the locker room.
Let's go.
I don't know if I'm walking to the ring yet. I'm from the town. I might have to sell it to Bill a little. He knows my family members. I'm going to have to throw family members on top of it. Regis, he's a tough fighter. You know, this is the fight of his life. This is the biggest fight he's ever had, right? He's coming in. You know, he's coming in to take what's yours.
Yeah, I mean, he going any fighter that fight me, they come in what they are, because they know what's at stake. It's so much at stake when you fight me, but I mean, rightfully so. So he gonna come with his A game. I'm gonna come with my A game, and I'm gonna show him that I'm just on a different level. You know, his best is just not good enough.
Damn.
Hey Bill, did y'all take Regis because of his last performance that he put on?
Man, listen, keeping it real with you, them guys out of New Orleans ain't no joke, dog.
Yeah.
You know, when Hurricane Katrina happened and they was disheveled and sent everywhere, wherever they landed at, you were not running them off. So it's a lot of people from New Orleans that's in Florida and California and Texas. I mean, they have a relentless, pursuit about themselves, man. You know, and we don't doubt, and we're not taking Regis Prograis lightly. You know what I mean? But Devin is something special.
Yeah.
Regis is good. Regis is good. And all those fighters we talk about, there's some good fighters there. But Devin is special, and you'll see December the 9th. But it was very important. To bring a guy that's a puncher, a guy that's disrespectful, a guy that hadn't got a fight, because nobody was giving Regis no fights. And that's why I told him, I said, Regis, ain't nobody knocking on your door. Dev knocked on your door to give you this opportunity to take you in front of the fans in the Bay, too.
Yeah.
Where you could have where Devin could have took a guy that was, maybe a boxer or maybe not
a lot easier.
A lot easier fights.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
I could have had a homecoming fight.
Yeah, homecoming fight. That's what I was saying. Yep.
Yep. Devin Haney is here. We got some callers on the line. We got with Bridge Visitors, we got ambassadors all over the country. So we were talking about New Orleans. Our ambassador Chew is actually in Louisiana right now. Chew, what up?
What up?
Yo, say we got Horse in the building.
What up, Chew? What up, Chew?
What up, family? What up, Horse?
Peace.
What up, Dev?
What up, Chew?
Bill?
You guys might have met Chew. He was with me when we were at the red carpet at the Charlotte when we were shaking hands.
Yeah, I did.
They were right there. So so go ahead, Chew. You got a question?
Yeah, I just want to. I'll start with a comment. Sway. It was Tim Bradley on the commentary. I told you that the Monday after the fight, I watched it. I scored a 7-5 for Dev. I turned the volume off and watched it again. I scored it 8-4 for Dev. So it was Tim Bradley. But the question I have
that was the commentator. It felt like Tim was hating.
And the crowd, along with the crowd.
Yeah,
Tim is reputable. He's credible. I love Tim Bradley.
Y'all don't like Tim. Devin said, nah, you ain't rocking with Tim Bradley.
We rocking, but his credibility sometimes.
I fuck with Tim, but
his commentator is off the hook
sometimes. Sometimes he's a company man.
But Tim,
I like that.
Tim did the right thing, and he said that he watched a fight, and then he said
he did.
The next day he said he watched a fight with no volume, and he understood me winning the fight. So I'll take my hat off to him for that. I respect him for that.
Okay, it's always
because most commentators and they won't admit when they're wrong. So he admitted that he was wrong and that he was the crowd was misleading.
Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. Chew. See, you getting to the bottom of things, man. You got a question for him?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I sure do. Not to give any game plan away or anything. What do you think, Dev, is Regis's strengths and versus his weaknesses?
I mean, it's no secret what his strengths are. He want to come and land one big punch, one big left hand, and that's all he got. I feel like he's a one-trick pony, and that's all he can do. He don't got no feet. He don't have no speed, no defense, and that's for me to exploit those things. And but it's no secret he coming to land one big punch.
Yeah.
Hey, Chew, you coming to the fight?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Absolutely,
sir.
absolutely.
I already got my flight, man.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Perfect.
shit. Okay.
Perfect.
You got your hotel?
Nah, not yet.
All right. Good luck. Let me know how that go, Chew. All right, man. We talk to you later, brother. There's business. You're a super citizen.
Sway the ball.
Okay.
You see how Chew know he listen, he knows the business. It was a concerted effort both on the part from the fans, you know, who got that secret DM. Listen. Let's go watch Devin. Let's root for Lomachenko. Let's hope that he's, you know what I mean? And the commentary, you know what I'm saying? It was a concerted effort to dethrone the undisputed champion of the world, the baddest, youngest, flyest.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
From the town. Let's go.
Town
Business. Dan
Yes,
is
sir.
in Washington. What's your question?
Well, hello to everybody. You know, hey, I'm Devin. You're doing a great job.
Thank
I mean,
you,
I've been
brother.
watching
Thank
you for a while. You know, ups and downs, and like, you know, the social media and all that crazy stuff. And it's cool watching you grow up and negotiate. You know, navigate and all that stuff. The question I got for Bill and you, Devin, is I'm a dad. My son's in boxing. He just turned 15. We're at a pro gym. You know, and I went and got my green level. How do you, and, you know, I help out training when I can because, you know, the gyms, you know, they're busy, right? So I want to help out. You know, he gets up at 5:45, runs, lifts weights in the afternoon. You know, he's dedicated. How do you negotiate coaching, being a dad? Obviously, now y'all got the business side, which is a whole different level. How do y'all, as father, son, trainer, boxer, all that stuff, how do you negotiate that? And what are some of the troubles you had and how you got through them?
Oh, for me? Well, you see, you forgot the friendship part. You know what I mean? There's no friendship in it. You know, you got to have.
No, absolutely. But you know, sometimes you got to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, when you have a friendship, right? You have it's a mutual level of respect. You know, you're not arguing with your friend every day. You're not judging your friend every day, right? Your best friend, right? Sometimes, you know, your best friend can have a bad day, and you just have to just understand it. You know, so. I think, you know, I'm fortunate to have a kid that's 32, you know, one that's 24, you know, and then have babies, for a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old. So I have an opportunity to be a dad, and then also have an opportunity to have a wonderful friendship with my son. You know what I mean? So he's a grown man. You know what I mean? And so, you know, like I say, being a friend and then being a business partner is different. You know, he has his way of thinking and looking at things, and so it's a time when he wants to receive my opinion and vice versa. So we just, you know, I think that's our
that's the magic, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
man.
I think
I love y'all relationship, you know, and I commend you for it. A lot of us didn't have an opportunity, especially in our community, to grow up with a dad on your side every step of the way, and the way you're embracing that, you're setting an example. You know, and I love a lot of the boxing dads that are out there that love on their sons, you know, regardless of the competition and all that. These dads are amazing men that walk next to their sons. So every time I see you two, I'm always in your corner. All right, Dan, you a citizen, man.
Hey, real quick, Devin, I'm going to be on the floor with my son on the Benavidez fight on the 25th. You going to be there?
What date is it?
November
On the 25th, 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
in Vegas.
I doubt I'll be there. I'm gonna be deep into camp. You know,
Yes.
my date.
Oh,
my
yeah,
date
that's
is
right. 'Cause
December
you got like
9th,
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I saw you at the last Benavidez fight. You know, it was
Okay.
good to see you, man.
For sure.
Hey, hit us
Look
up
forward
when
to
you
seeing
hit us up when you're in Vegas though. When you're in Vegas, hit me.
Okay, Dan,
Okay,
hit him.
we'll do. I'll hit
DM.
you.
All right, peace.
For
You're a
sure.
No,
citizen.
I don't want to hit him.
Hey, man, all right, Dan. Shit. Fucking the round is ending. In 10 seconds. 10 seconds. we got to wrap up, but real quick, Steve Espinosa is a good friend of mine, as you know. And Steve went to Stanford in the Bay, right? And so back when King Tech and I was on KMEL, and we used to go do also KZSU Stanford with the drum posse with Kevy Kev, and Steve used to do radio. And we would go play basketball at Stanford. Yeah, that's how I know him. Like we would play. He got a nice basketball game, so we used to compete in basketball at Stanford. I want to say salute to him and what he's done with Showtime boxing.
Yes,
you know, I
absolutely.
understand
Salute,
that it's coming to an end. Is this true?
Showbox is the first time we got our television debut, right?
Yeah, I started on Showtime, Showbox.
Yeah, man. Talk about its impact over the years and all the great fights and just opportunities they gave as a platform.
Man, he had a lot of impact on boxing over the years. I mean, Showtime is the OGs of the sport now, and you know, it was a sad day for boxing, sad time for boxing. You know, to see Showtime go, but I know somebody's gonna come and another network is gonna come and replace him. But
Definitely gonna save boxing.
There we go.
Just be looking. We got something up.
Y'all got something planned?
Yeah, we got something planned.
That was my next question.
Yeah, we got something planned.
How do you save boxing?
By giving the people the fights that they want, right? By making yourself available for negotiating. You know what I mean? Not signing yourself or making the people think that you're not available. Devin is available, y'all. He's available.
Salute to Steve Espinosa, too, and everybody over there Showtime boxing.
Yeah, salute Steve. And I wish Steve a successful journey into, you know, his next endeavor or his next career, you know, next business move. You know, Steven and Showtime and Gordon Hall gave Devin his first opportunity to get on television against Mason Menard, and that was a hell of a day. That was his coming out party.
That was his coming out
Yes,
party.
sir.
Horse, you want to close it?
Yeah, I want to close it. I want to ask Dev. So once we get past Regis Prograis at 140, that's what we're gonna stay at. So if anybody want to come see Dev, they got to come knock on 140.
We just got to see. Obviously, I want to see how I feel at 140. It's a lot of big fights at 135, a lot of big money at 135. So, I mean, for the right fight, the right situation, the right money, I'll possibly go down to 135. But if not, you know, 140 is probably where I stay at.
What's the biggest fight at 135 in your opinion?
Me and in the Tank fight. I think that's a massive fight. The world was stopped to watch that fight.
Could y'all meet up at 140?
I like that better.
I think so. He's fought at 140 before, so I think that's where we will meet up at 140. Yeah.
What about Teofimo?
Yeah, 140's waiting.
T.O. is a big fight at 140. Ryan Garcia is a big fight at 140. I think all of us is gonna end up at 140, 147 meeting up.
Okay. I love it. And you'll take on any of them.
Oh, anybody, anytime, any place.
Bill got receipts.
Sir.
Bill got the
Sir.
receipts right here.
And listen, but you know he could stay at 140. There's no reason, right, other than the big fights for the people, and that's why I said he's saving boxing.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
He's the face of boxing. What you do, not the face or excitement or some sideshow Bob act. This is the real deal.
You got the straps to show it.
And he got the straps to show it.
Tank ain't the face. Tank says he's the face of boxing.
He ain't got no straps, man.
I
he ain't
said,
got no
listen. But I said the real face of boxing.
Oh, the real face. Real face. Be real being the operative word, Mike.
Exactly. When the new shit come around, is that not it? When you see it and you know that that's not it, go back and look at it. Or everybody go back and look at TBE when he was 24 and compare what Devin the Dream is at 24, and you'll see the new shit, man.
The real shit. The real shit. Devin Haney. Say his name. Devin Haney. Devin Haney.
Let's go.
Devin Haney. The champ is here.
Hey, homie, look. Floyd had him change on that 24. Look at
No,
that.
sir.
Look at
No, sir.
That 24.
No,
Look
sir.
at them chains. Each chain is a house.
No, sir.
Come on. He's 24. He got more money on his neck than I got in my savings.
Nah, don't do that, Sway.
I'm just putting that out there. I work for Devin Haney, Inc.
Let's go.
All right,
You
cool,
and me
man. Hey,
both.
listen, I love y'all. Congratulations, brother. I
Thank you,
watched
thank
it, man. You're amazing, bro.
Yes, sir, thank
and
you.
I love how you conduct yourself because boxing needs professionalism. They need somebody who speaks with, intelligence. That's always great for boxers to have at least somebody who's level-headed and not just talking shit for the sake of it.
In and out the ring.
Come on.